hey YouTube, and then eventually Facebook too, because it will get dragged over. Anyways, I haven't made a video in a really long time, and normally the videos are crazy. I mean, if you look through my videos on YouTube now, they're mainly, well, like I said, all old, but you got like my cousin Wanda, she's fantastic, and just all these other things from like South Carolina, maybe a few from Ohio. But I now, well, since November, am in Missouri, and I don't think I made a video since I've been here. I did cut my hair off, and yes, I'm growing it back out. Got my ears pierced. I don't know if you can. There you go. Batman. That new tattoo, Crow Rose. Anyways, so not what I wanted to talk to you about. Since I've gotten here, a lot of things have happened personally in my life that are very difficult. And up until I got here, I mean, I've always been a Christian. Well, since, you know, I got baptized in 1999. And, you know, I always loved God. And if someone talked to me, I could have a really good conversation. But as far as my personal life of how I lived, you know, it just never, I never had the time. Definitely air quotes. I never had the time. Excuse me. And, you know, so the thing was that, you know, that I just constantly said that I don't have time, and all these things started happening when I got here, more recently, but things with my mom dealing with the cancer, and she goes back in for her third surgery in about 10 days, and well, 9 days now. It's past midnight. It will be when I upload this. Anyway, regardless, so she's been dealing with that, and, you know, of course that takes its toll on the family as well, and you know, so that was really tough, and I didn't think, you know, there's nothing more that I could possibly withstand. Well, a lot of other things happened, some things I'm not really going to get into, but just some really crazy things. I never thought, you know, in my almost 20 years, I never thought any of this stuff would happen to me. And, well, sure enough, it did, you know. It's a lot of stuff. But, and recently, not until Wednesday night, which right now it's Monday, or, well, at least it will be when I upload this, and Wednesday changed my life forever. It was one of the craziest, most ridiculous nights ever. It was scary. But when I came home, with all the things that have been going on, you know, I've tried to solve it in every way by myself, completely by myself. And when I got home that night, you know, I cried out to God, and I was like, I have tried this on my own for so long. Why have I not come to you? And my hair is driving me nuts, sorry. Why have I not come to you? And so I pulled out my Bible, and I literally prayed and read my Bible for a couple hours. And you know, when I was younger, when I would try to read the Bible every night, I would read a couple verses and I'd put it down, and I'd feel guilty, like I should read more. I was like, I should probably read more, but I'm really tired, and, you know, maybe I got something out of that verse, maybe I didn't. And so I put my Bible down, go to sleep, or go back to playing, you know, a game or whatever I was doing. And so this time, though, when I was reading, when I went to put it down, it wasn't a guilt to pick it back up. I never understood until that point what people meant when they said to crave the Word and to be hungry for the Word. I was starving for the Word. I could not stop reading. And every single time I would close the Bible, I would let my thumb start to separate a page, and I'd open it. And every single time I did, I swear to you, I wish I would have had a camera on it. Every single time I opened it, it was a verse that was either God, you know, saying He would take care of your enemies, or it was Him saying, put it in my hands, leave it in my hands, don't worry about it, it's gonna be okay, you know. And it was like, how every single page I turned to was talking about this. And it blew my mind. It was like, I needed that confirmation. And so finally, after, like I said, after a couple hours, I finally went to sleep for not very long. And then I got a phone call that I was waiting for, and that work and everything. And the whole next day at work, from 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, I was reading my Bible. I was writing this note, and I was just studying the Word, just non-stop throughout the day at work. And it's just all these things. It was the same thing again. Every single page I turned to was something I needed to see, be it for me personally or what I was putting in the letter. Regardless, it was what I needed. And it just, it blew my mind and it made me realize that, I a couple weeks ago had a mini stroke, and my blood pressure and everything's been really high, my stress, and of course, you say that to anyone and they're like, you're 19, you have nothing to be stressed about. Well, live my life. That's all I gotta say. Don't ever judge anyone, because you don't know what's going on in their life. We'll just leave it like that. But so I mean, it was crazy, and that really set me back, and it put a lot of fear in me that if this situation doesn't change, I could possibly drive myself to a heart attack or a bigger stroke, and that's obviously something I don't want to deal with. And but as I was praying and reading, I felt myself calm, and I got this peace about me, this complete peace. And I actually ran into the problem that I was facing that day, and I still got upset, and I still got a little, but not like before, to the point where I literally felt my heart beating on my chest like I was about to die. I felt a peace about it at the same time. And it's just, God never, and He says in His Word, He will never give you more than you can handle. It may feel like it, and through all the things that I went through, with my mom and everything else that I can't really get into, after my mom, when everything else started happening, I was like, God, I thought you said you would never give me more than I can handle. And what I heard Him say to me was, you're still alive. You're still here. I'm still giving you a chance. And I was taken back by it. He's right, but I mean, He's right. I'm still here. I'm still alive. This is not more than I can handle. I'm still here. I'm still perfect. Perfect condition. And so then I realized too, not only that, but when God allows you to go through something, it's not because He hates you. It's not because He's punishing you. Everyone is different. We can all agree with that. Even twins, there's some kind of difference between people and people's attitudes. When I struggled and almost killed myself, I had a barrel down the back of my mouth. And just as I was squeezing the trigger, the phone rang. It's a long story we can get into some other time, but the fact is, I didn't do it. I cut myself for years following that, until I realized everything. Like I said, it's a whole nother story, but the fact is, God knew I was not going to pull that trigger. I was close. I was squeezing it back, but He knew that something was going to stop me before I did it. And because of that, because of the depression and everything that I faced, and because of the personality, the outgoing personality that I have, He knew that He could use me, even if it's one person or a million people. The fact that I could save someone from their depression and let them know that there is hope, because of my outreaching personality, that I could say that to someone. When I see someone hurting, I see someone in need, or see someone that's saying, I want to end it, and I can tell them, look, I have been there. Trust me, I have been there. I cut myself for 5 years, and I had a barrel down my throat. literally milliseconds away from. But God stopped me, and He showed me that I had a purpose much more than when I thought that I was worthless. And even now, with this situation, I learned that you have, and a lot of people don't, but you have to thank God for your trials. Why, Jeff? Why would you thank Him for bad things happening? Because that's something that you can use to save someone. If you got molested, if you dealt with depression, drugs, pornography, whatever it was that you went through, the personality that you may or may not have, fact is there will be someone that you can reach, someone that you can help, someone you can touch, be it in person, over the internet, Facebook, Twitter, text, whatever. Leaving a note in a bathroom stall saying you're worth so much more than your situation right now, and God can use you, and He's been using me, through all of this. When I finally realized that, God, thank you for allowing me to go through these things, because if it was not for the situation that I was just in, I don't think I would have ever came home to God. I felt like I was okay where I was, and I know that I wasn't, and I knew that I wasn't, but it was a fact that it was comfortable for me, and I felt, whatever, I've tried my best, I'm done. And then He showed me, no, you're worth so much more. There's so much more that you can do. You do have time for me. I work 24/7, it feels like sometimes, but then I found out through work I have so much time. At home I have so much time. I have so much time to deal and to read and to learn and to study and to be able to help someone and prepare myself to be able to help someone. And it's just an incredible feeling, I feel a sense of worth and peace, and just, regardless, like I said, the situation that I'm in right now, regardless of the outcome, because so many people are like, yeah, Jeff, you're like that now, but what if it doesn't turn out the way that you want? What if it turns out and you're devastated? The fact is, this time, it's real. This time, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, as Randy would say. I know that this is real. And I know that I know that I know that I know that God is real, and that He cares about each and every single one of us, and that we have a purpose, and He can use you. You may think you're the shyest person, He can still use you. Your talents, your story, whatever it is, He can use you. And don't ever get mad at Him. That's the easiest thing to do, is to get mad and question, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did you let this happen? But like I said, the fact is, He's preparing you for something. He's making you stronger by going through that. Every little thing used to get me down and depressed. And after He saved my life, it's not like that. And especially now, I am so happy. And regardless of if this situation turns out the way that I hope and pray that it does, and I really believe that it will, even if it doesn't, I'm still going to praise Him for the fact that through this situation, not only will He make me stronger, but He brought me closer to Him, and He brought me back home. And I couldn't ask for anything more. This life is just a blink of an eye to what the echo of eternity is going to be like. And if I can take at least one person that I know that I saved and made a difference in their life before their time was up, then my mission here is done. There's all these little side quests, of being able to be the person that you can come cry on their shoulder, or making you laugh when you're upset, or even when you're happy and you just want to laugh. I love being that person, and those are my little side quests. But my overall goal is just to save one person at least. You know, from all the things that I've went through that I know God's going to use me for, I'm not going to be done running this race until I've saved at least one person. I've said all of that and try to wrap it up as quick as I could, but there it is. God loves you. He's always there for you. And if you want to hear more about any of this story, anything that I've talked about, if you have any questions, anything, please feel free to ask. Never be afraid to ask. You can write me on Facebook, Jeff Efaw, E-F-A-W. You can drop a comment down in the comment box. Do whatever you want. I will definitely take the time, you know, to help anyone or answer any questions. Or if you want to say, Jeff, you're retarded, then, you know, I'll say thank you. Okay. Yeah, probably. But anyway, so there it is. God bless you guys, and keep looking up.